Hey StarCraft 2 fans, what's going on? It is me, Lasercorn with Mahalo Video Games, and you know what time it is. It's time for the Lasercorn Challenge, where I take on one random opponent from the interwebs and challenge them to a game for a $50 gift card. That is to say, if they win this game, they will be getting a $50 gift card. If I win, I get nothing, but I might buy myself like a Snickers bar or something to make it feel like I've accomplished something if I win. So, we'll see how that goes. My opponent this time, Wardam Ska, the Blue Protoss here on Delta Quadrant, and I don't know much about him. I don't research the players, I just pick them at random because it's fair that way. And although I did look at his stats after the game was over, and I think he was Platinum Protoss, so pretty good player, Platinum Leaguer, and I've been drawing a lot of Protoss players lately. I don't know what it is, but this is the third one I've played. I don't know if Terran and Zerg just aren't sending me submissions, or if I'm just getting unlucky and drawing all TOS, but yeah, man, TOS players love to challenge me. And I think my record thus far is, what, 1-2? I think I've lost 2 games, yeah. So, trying to redeem myself here, get my record to 500. Wardam Scott trying to get that $50 gift card so he can get Halo Reach or something. And it looks like he's not walling off the front entrance of his base here, which is interesting, but you don't normally, I guess, have to worry about a Terran rush coming right up through your base. So the wall off, not completely necessary. I have actually walled off well this time. Last time in the Lasercorn Challenge, my wall off was not so good. I have no idea why I set that rally point back there, guys. For those of you who saw that and are wondering what the hell I'm doing, I don't know. It's probably a misclick by me. Yeah, and I've reset it. And it looks like he scouts my base, finds we're at cross positions, so he knows we're far away on the map, and probably says that he did the right thing by not walling off. And it looks like, okay, yeah, he's got his rally point set up right to the front of his base, so he'll have a zealot up there watching the front of his base. And this is interesting. He's got a cyber core coming down, 2 pylons. There's a 3rd pylon. I would guess he's going for warp gate technology next. Let's see. So he can warp in units wherever he pleases. And yeah, there he goes. Should get to chrono boosting that. And meanwhile, up here I've got a couple Marines up here. I'm throwing down a bunker too, just because I'm teching, and I will be going for Banshees, which is kind of my go-to against Protoss players. And yeah, so I want to have my front door guarded with a bunker in case he tries to bust up in here with some early zealots or even stalkers and sentries. And that's the great thing about Terran, is they have such great static defenses that it's a little easier to tech up, I think, than with some of the other races where you constantly have to be watching your base and stuff. Hey, Wardam Scout likes the way I cast, and I say thanks. Yep, appreciate that. And if you guys like the way I cast and want to see specific games, you can go ahead and email me at lasercorn@mahalo.com, or if you want to join the challenge, that's Lasercorn with an S, and I read all your emails, and if you have a game you want cast, I can cast that for you. Or if you want to... Uh-oh, he finds Husky annoying. I don't know, I kind of like Husky. I definitely like the Banelings video. But yeah, we'll cast any games you want, and if you want to get in on this challenge, I think you have a pretty good chance of getting in. I don't have a ton of challengers every week right now, so your odds are probably like 1 in 5 if you want to join the challenge. And I am sending up my factory right now. And since I'm not getting siege tanks or anything, or Hellions, my factory, or Thors for that matter, my factory is kind of an expendable building for me. So I oftentimes like to take it out for scouting, or to drop it in an opponent's base and build some Hellions to harass their mineral line real quick. Always a fun thing to do. It's a risky move and something you won't see a lot of players doing, but I like to have fun with it. And there's nothing better than surprising your opponent with some Hellions that have just magically appeared in their base. So we're gonna give it a shot, and it looks like we've got a Twilight Council out here. So this is interesting. He could be going for Templar or Blink Stalkers. are always an option, although I don't see Blink researching. So I'm going to go ahead and guess that that is not what's going on. Let's take a look at our incomes for just one quick second. And he is ahead of me, although it's pretty even. About 60 minerals ahead. I don't know, it's fluctuating. Wow, way more harvesters, though. Thank goodness for mules, huh? Keeping me competitive as far as economy goes. And I'm going to try and do some damage to this economy in a minute. Yeah, I do have the Banshee out. And you can see Cloak on the production tab. About 75% done. So, and does he have any observers out? No, he doesn't have a Robo Bay. So he's just got to rely. Oh, and there's the Dark Shrine for Dark Templars. But he does have that photon cannon right there. That kind of prevents me from getting in where I want to get. And here come the Stalkers now, warping in to try and take down this Banshee. And will the Banshee live through this? He needs the Cloak. And no, Banshee goes down. Curses. I seem to lose a lot of Banshees. Was my Cloak done? Yeah, my Cloak was done, and I just wasn't paying attention. Got my Banshee sniped. And it looks like he's going to rightly build a photon cannon there. And I do have Ravens this time, which is something I have not really done against TOS players. Oh, I guess I did have Ravens one game. I think it was against Cecil or someone. But this Raven is definitely out earlier than any Ravens I've ever done before. And you see here I've landed in his little natural, well, not natural expansion, but his little debris pile expansion, and I have started building Hellions to go annoy his mineral line. And I know the cannon's there, and you know, the Hellions won't be able to stay in there very long and do a lot of damage, but I want to get them in there anyway, maybe take out a couple probes, even out that harvester count. And these Dark Templars are frightening, but I do have the Raven out. And it's funny, I got the Raven for point defense drones later on in the game, but I think it's going to actually help me detect. Okay, no, he's can he see my Raven? Because he is morphing them into Archons. He's turning his Dark Templar into Archons, which is strange unless he knows I have a Raven out, in which case that is the right move. I don't know, maybe he saw it. I wasn't watching just his screen the whole time, so we don't really know. And here come these Archons. Archon's kind of an unorthodox play from a Protoss player, but we'll see how it works out for him. He runs smack into my bunkers and decides that that's too much firepower up there, too much Terran ingenuity for him to take on with just the Archons, and I think he made the right play by pulling back there. I think that would have probably been a disaster for him had he engaged. So he's going to pull back. He's going to defend this expansion he's getting. Excellent move. He saw that I didn't have an expansion up, so he's going to try and power ahead of me in economy. What he doesn't know is I am actually going to expand. I'm just going to expand to this debris pile block base over here. And look at this. Here he is taking out the gold expansion too, the debris in front of that. So he's probably thinking, I'm just going to get a whole bunch of minerals, and I'm just going to, you know, out macro, out economy my opponent, and roll over him, which is a viable strategy in StarCraft 2, actually a very good strategy. And I'm still working on Hellions there. Did I guess I haven't attacked yet with those guys. But yeah, he does have quite a good economy going here with that third expansion coming up. And if I don't do something soon, he is going to just get way ahead of me. And I should really be attacking with these Hellions, I think. I probably let that go too long. This is a very interesting unit mix with the Archons in the mix. A lot of Protoss players will go... wow, and there comes another Dark Templar. A lot of Protoss players will go Colossi or High Templar against a Terran player just because they're so good against those infantry balls. Although if he's seen any of my games, he would know I really don't go infantry. Whoa, 2 Stargates coming down. Probably, I would guess he wants to get some Void Rays out there. Void Rays always a good unit to have if you're TOS. They just do so much damage once they get that fully powered up beam going that they make an excellent backup to any force you've got as a Protoss player. And here comes that gold expansion. This is trouble. He's on 3 bases now mining. I'm only on 2, and one of his bases is a gold expansion. Here come my Hellions into the base now. He didn't know I was over there, and it looks like I am going to get a couple of these probes mining. Yeah, at least 3 probes go down, and I'm going to chase him right through this photon cannon. Try and get any more. Will I be able to get another one? And no. Looks like I will go down. But I stopped mining there for a minute, and I got a couple of his probes. So I think it was a worthwhile venture for me. Maybe not. I don't know. I had to relocate my entire factory over to his side of the base and pump units out of there, but I don't know. I like doing that move, and it works for me sometimes, so just keep doing it. And it looks like we're at an even number of harvesters right now, but he is main-arting a bunch of his probes over here to this gold expansion, and I need to do something about that gold expansion. Do I even know about it yet? No, I have no idea that's there. Oh, now I do. There goes the scan, and good for me, scanning the gold expansion. A lot of times, failing to scout a gold expansion will be my downfall, but not this time. And look at this observer coming out across the field for Wardam Ska, but at the same time, a bunch of Banshees making a run at his gold base. I know it's there, and this is interesting. I wonder if he saw the scan go down. I gotta assume he didn't. Otherwise, he would not have all these units way out of position. Maybe he thinks he would see something coming with a ground attack, but the air attack is a viable option, and here we go. Looks like I'm going to start going to work on all those probes, and I'm bringing in Ravens too, in case his defenses come in here. I want to throw down point defense drones, and there's one you see, and I think I have the extended range on that. I'm not sure, but these Banshees will be protected as long as they stay in those point defense drones for a little bit. Obviously, point defense drones don't make you invincible, and he is targeting them with the Void Ray, so that was an excellent move. Targeting the point defense drones right away. And he's going to force my Banshees to flee, but he did lose his gold expansion, so that can be problematic because that was kind of his advantage there, was having the gold expansion up, and now that that's gone, along with a bunch of his probes, if we look, yeah, I have taken the lead in harvester count. Also, interestingly enough, he has still not done anything about this factory back there. Maybe he assumed I came in with a dropship and just dropped off my Hellions. But that is not the case, as my starports have been being used to pump out nothing but Banshees and Ravens. So, whoa, and it sounds like we had a bit of a battle going on somewhere. Oh no, I'm taking out the, I'm sorry, I'm just taking out this debris pile. I think it's time for me to get a gold expansion up, especially considering that my opponent is putting his gold expansion right back up, flying it in the face of my attack, saying, hey, your attack may have stopped me momentarily, but I'm going to get my economy booming again. And excellent move. You can't let opponents get to you like that. A lot of players would go for some kind of ill-conceived counterattack right into my defenses, and then, which is kind of what I wanted them to do. When I harass with Banshees like that, I want them to get mad and attack into my defenses, so that my awesome Terran defenses can wipe them out, and then I can just bring in the Banshees and clean up. But he has not done that. He is resettling this expansion and getting some Void Rays out. Void Ray is always good against Banshees, since the Banshees can't shoot them back. They can only shoot ground. And looks like he's got some probes long-distance mining right now. Maybe because he feels this location is already saturated. Not sure what his thought process is there, but he is doing that. And I have got my gold expansion up, and I'm putting a planetary fortress there. I feel it's an important location, and I want to defend it well, so I've got missile turrets up, planetary fortress going, mules harvesting away to boost my economy, and I think I got a pretty nice little defense going. But Wardam Ska doesn't think it's good enough. He's going to try and come out here and test my defenses, and wow, I'm right in the middle of building a bunker. So that bunker is going to go down. Here come those Zealots with the upgraded charge so they can rush in and crush a lot of my Marines. My Marines at a good choke point there. A lot of the Zealots couldn't get to him, and all the Zealots will go down. Here come the main army, though, and those Void Rays doing a lot of damage, and my Marines really need to take out those Void Rays, or I am in trouble because I've got nothing that can shoot air defenses. I'm bringing in more Marines, and man, if only I had some Vikings or something to go after those Void Rays, but I do not. And oh, it looks like my Marines take care of it though, and I did have that missile turret there too, probably getting in the mix. So I held off that attack, and I lose both of my bunkers, but my planetary fortress is still at pretty good health here. So I think good for me. I got the better of that attack for sure. And now I'm bringing out a pretty large Raven force, or I'm sorry, pretty large Banshee force backed up by Ravens. There is a carrier on the field along with some Blink Stalkers. I don't know if it'll be enough to hold me back though, to hold back the storm here, as I've got a lot of Marines backing me up. and Marines do a lot of damage to carriers. So as long as I target the carrier and not the interceptors or something like that, I'll be able to take it down. And yes, the carrier will go down. And it looks like Wardam Scott really in a lot of trouble here. He does have the gold expansion up, but without this expansion, he will be crippled and unable to keep up with me economically. So if I can take down this expansion here, I think I will have the day. Uh-oh, Probe's coming out to attack me. The sign of a desperate player right now. You don't want to be attacking with probes, and he does lose a whole bunch of them. I think this might be GG here, and he says touche. Thank you. Banshees are kind of my thing, and it looks like I do take this one. GG, he says. So that is it for this Lasercorn challenge, it looks like. No gift cards given out this time, but very interesting, very good play from Wardam Scott. It was a back-and-forth game, and yeah, definitely a good player. And, I hope to see him or play against him again, or maybe with him. Maybe we'll play some 2v2. All right, that's all for Lasercorn this time around.